You can pick by crystal or you can pick by your intuition, whatever pops out to you. This is going to be a message for my empaths, those that give a lot. And when I say give a lot, I'm not talking about just material things. It could be your time, your energy. You just consider yourself to be a person that, will carry the bag on the back of your shoulders for someone. This is for those people who need to be poured into. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. Okay, guys, if you chose group 1, this is your reading, and you chose the amethyst stone. And right away, what I'm seeing is there's a lot of third eye activation that's happening. Some of you guys could feel like you're a little disconnected from day-to-day life. There could be things that are pulling your attention into the ethers and into a deeper realm. And there's a huge emphasis on core root chakra healing, and there's a huge emphasis on generational breaking generational ties, generational patterns in your family. Huge. And I feel like you guys are the one. Like, that's what I want to say. Like, you're the one in your family, you're the one in your collective, you're the one in your space that really in this lifetime is absorbing a lot of knowledge. I'm seeing Akashic records. I'm seeing, and I'm picking up intuitively, like past life regression, Akashic records, numerology, astrology. You might be my spiritual group where you're really into seeking knowledge. This could even be religious studies or like just taking things a step further. And I feel like people might gravitate towards you because you're not afraid. Like right here, you have the Devil card and it looks really intimidating. But then here you have the Awakening card, which represents like it represents like that Pisces energy where the Hanging Man, where he's upside down and look, all this stuff is falling out of his purse. And there's an angel here in the tree. And there's a lot of stuff about trees. There's a tree here, there's a tree here. The tree of life might be something that you guys study or that you should if you're watching this pile. But right now, what I'm picking up is that there's certain things that you were born into, like say this could be your family dynamic, how you were raised, but you're now like shifting into a new paradigm. So maybe your beliefs don't necessarily align with the wisdom. Like maybe like in your family, it's like everyone's a certain religion or everyone's a certain way. And even the elders are considered very wise, but your wisdom and what you're learning in this lifetime is on another level, especially here with connect with your ancestors. There's a lot of ancestral healing going on, a lot of DNA healing. I'm definitely picking up Aquarius energy, Pisces, and it's like, where you are right now, if you're feeling isolated, there's a need to kind of like dive deep into your modalities. Now that what I mean by that is whatever that is for you. For some people, it could be hiking. It could literally being outside in nature. For others of you, it could be reading. It could be studying astrology. It could be studying astronomy or looking at the stars or doing rituals or even eating more herbs. I'm hearing like drinking teas. You're being enlightened right now, and there's a lot of downloads coming in. Like these two women are actually one person. So I want you to look at it with just the white image in the middle. It's like what I'm seeing here is a huge integration between your masculine and your feminine. And it's like you're healing your DNA right now. And if you don't know what that means, I encourage you to look it up. But you can actually heal your DNA, heal your bloodline on a physical and spiritual, mental level. So what I'm seeing here is that maybe in the past, a lot of you guys have been really into, like studying spirituality or going on your journey and looking and seeking in a masculine way, like how do I heal myself? How do I heal my inner child? How do I do this? But with the Devil card here, what I'm seeing here is that right now it is the time to really put the emphasis on you, because with this Devil energy, this talks about our shadow side, and when our shadow side hasn't been tended to, and I personally believe that our shadow is our inner child without attention. Like it's our job to constantly deal with that shadow because it is our inner child that needs that attention, love, and light. And so I'm seeing a shift in focus that's kind of going more towards you and more inward, that's going to help with this Devil energy, because I feel like maybe you guys, you have so much knowledge and so much wisdom. people could consider you like a very high vibrational person where they can come to and get all this knowledge. But right now, I feel like there's going to be some new upgrades coming in, maybe some new spiritual gifts coming in, and the divine's kind of, there might be a decision that you have to make really soon. And I feel like you guys are getting prepared for a major decision. And so if you feel like you're on pause, and maybe if you're not surrounded by a lot of people right now, you guys have a very, very spiritual nature. And right now it's tending to that shadow side, that inner child, because it could be, you could be having like some things that are causing you anxiety and stress, but on the other side of that is really peace. So, and one thing I want to say for you guys, those of you that use tarot cards or oracle cards, or like if you're the type of person that has like rituals and things like that, I'm just being led to tell you that you are the ritual, that you are the tool. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like journal or, you know, do yoga or meditate or anything like that, or pray even. It's just, I'm seeing that you are the tool. So all the information that you learn is fine, but you see how now you're becoming it. There's a great becoming, and you can handle anything and you can overcome anything. So right now, put that energy towards yourself. Focus on within and realize that you are the ritual, that there's nothing outside of you that you need. Those are things that maybe in the 3D you enjoy doing, you enjoy learning, but not to put yourself underneath them as if they're greater than you. And what I feel here is that there's a lot of emphasis on being alone. I don't see a lot of other people around you. There might be other energies around you. So if, for example, if you're like, no, there are people around me getting on my nerves, there are such and such, what I'm seeing is it's more of an energy that you're dealing with, not necessarily a person. So if you find yourself continuously in this pattern of dealing with the same type of energy, address the energy, not the person. And that's a message. That's a message, honey. Address the energy, not the person, because it could be a cycle that you're breaking. And so if you feel like you're at a standstill in any way, it could be relationship, it could be in any way, and you feel like you can't give like you used to give, whether this is your career and you're like, man, I'm normally on it, like I just don't feel connected. It's because there's some sort of pattern that you're being called to break. There's some sort of energy that's been low vibrational that's around you, and it's almost like it's getting louder, and there's a cycle that you're breaking on an energetic level. And once you do, it's like I'm seeing that you are going to do it if you haven't done it already. But it's heavy Capricorn energy. It's very Saturn energy. This is like you could be in your Saturn return, which is the part in your astrology chart which represents intentional obstacles. So I just want you to remember that you are light. Trust your path, and remember that you are your source. You are the source, and you can connect to the source. And if you're identifying any negative patterns, just know that you can always ask for help. Connect to your ancestors. And if you're finding yourself experiencing a challenge, that's where you implement the reading. That's where you implement finding, I don't know, for some of you, it's just like you might need to look at your birth chart and study it. You might need to get into numerology. It might be the tree of life. It might be Myers-Briggs, but it's like I'm seeing that what's going to help you is finding like a tangible version to help yourself, like some sort of like system. However, not forgetting that you are not dependent on it, that it's just there to help you and guide you. So group 1, this was your reading. I feel like you guys are capable of overcoming anything, and you know that, and you're just being called to step into your own essence for a while and kind of use that reserved energy for yourself. Because I see you breaking huge karmic cycles and being in a place of peace and being connected to your ancestors and being able to download their wisdom to help assist you on the next path. So group 1, this was your reading. I'm so grateful that you guys let me read for you. I'm sending you love and light, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, welcome to this reading. This is my pile number 2. If you chose this, you chose this stone, the obsidian. And there's a huge protection around group 2. I just heard a Bible verse, and this is not a biblical reading, but I heard that, what's that one verse that goes like a shield of protection around about you? Like, you guys have angels on angels. For some of you, it's a clear message that your plants hold a vibrational energy for you. You're very connected to nature, group 2. You could have a green thumb, and some of you could be like, I don't got no green thumb. You got a green thumb, honey. You got a green thumb. And if you don't, a lot of you guys could channel energy through the connection to nature. So whether this is having your own plants, growing your own, maintaining a plant like you would a child, it's going to bring in, this is just a channeled message, it's going to bring in fertility for some of you guys. It's like practicing nurturing plants. And this is actually something I did before I manifested having my own child. I treated my plants like children. I gave them names. And for some of you guys, the numbers 444 are very strong. There's a lot of sense of stability and strength. And there's a butterfly spirit around you. There's angels around you. I'm definitely picking up Fae energy as well. You guys are very, very powerful. Whoever chose this group, you guys are powerful empaths. The channels are just coming so deep, I can't even get to the cards because it's like, I feel like your essence is so protected. Some of you guys need to hear that. Your essence is like a plant. And if you look at a plant, in nature, you're like, oh, they're unbothered. They're doing what nature does. But sometimes people see nature and say, oh, I'm gonna cut it down, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna snatch this, I'm gonna pull this flower. And so I'm hearing repotting. You guys are in a season of repotting, and that if you're not there yet, you will be. There's a season of repotting, and when you plant a seed, you rest, you wait, and you be patient, and you're present. So with the Queen of Swords here, this is very much air sign energy, which are the signs Aquarius, Libra, and oh my gosh, I do this every time. Oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank? Libra, Aquarius. Guys, help me out, help me out. What's the other air sign? Oh, Gemini. How could I forget Gemini? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys feel like not a priority because that could just be a message for some of you. The one thing I love about air signs, and I have so much Gemini in my chart, I don't know why I just drew a blank. Some of you guys could be like blanking out, spacing out, and needing to make time to rest because we do have the number 7 here with 43. 7's about wisdom. I'm seeing some downloads coming in, and it's just like at the gym. When you work out, your gains or your, what they call your gains come from your rest days. When you work out and then you rest. You don't just work out 7 days a week. And if you do, you need to find time to rest. That's a message for someone. But with this air sign energy, the one thing I love about air signs is like you guys are not afraid to speak your mind. Now, you don't have to identify as an air sign, but remember, when I read for astrology, I'm reading for the entire chart, and everyone has house placements with air signs. So you might want to look up where those are, even if the houses are empty. But you guys are so intelligent and you guys are so connected. And what I'm seeing here is that not everyone gets to see the side of you. And let me rephrase this. Not everyone should get to see the side of you that's tender. And for some of you guys, you are on Tinder and it's like, where the hell am I? And it's like, it's not that you shouldn't be on Tinder, but maybe it's maybe it's not that you shouldn't be online, but maybe a different type of environment is what I'm healing. It's what I'm hearing as you're going through healing. That's just a message. Some of you guys could be single and you're healing from different traumas. And you're in a season of your life where you might be alone a lot, but it's not going to be forever. Some of you guys I'm definitely picking up could be identify as, same-sex relationships or in that whole realm. And I want to be very sensitive about what I say, but I just want to say same-sex relationships. That's what I'm picking up strongly. And if that doesn't apply to you, there's this rawness, this tenderness that I almost can't even touch. And it's funny because with the Knight of Wands here, this is kind of like an inappropriate card, so I'm not going to zoom it in. It's very like she's so beautiful naked and she's so raw, but you can't touch her. And then the Queen of Swords is like the only queen with a weapon. Like, okay, don't get too close. And it's just your aura. It's not your personality. And so what I'm seeing here, I know this reading is about empaths. People, I feel like maybe you're misunderstood and people don't realize how helpful you are, how in tune you are, how psychic you are. Like this is my group that it's like if they only knew. if they only what's that song? If your girl only knew. I think Aaliyah sang that song. But anyways, I don't know why that song just popped in my head, but it's like there's a lot of mystery about you. There's a lot of tenderness about you. There's a lot of psychic energy about you. And I feel like it's authentic. So if you're feeling like, if anyone makes you feel like you're too touchy or you're too emotional or you're too sensitive or anything like that, or you're not open, you're not expressive enough, I feel like you are in the right space. You are when you are in the right space, especially with the connect to earth. You're being called to like go on nature walks and to ground yourself, maybe put your feet on some grass, or if you're in a cold environment, go for a brisk walk, even if it's just for a few minutes. And definitely, like, some of you guys might be called to like get new sheets and blankets, new linen, even like Febreze or incense or smell goods to make your environment feel very peaceful. Because what I'm feeling right now is that there's a season that you're in right now. If you're feeling alone, like no one understands you or no one gets you or everyone's pulling on you or trying to, there's a need to keep your nature, because with the right people, with the right community, with the right tribe, you will naturally be open. You will naturally share. This is not about people pleasing. This is not about taking advice from people who don't understand. And I'm seeing that it might cause you might be feeling a little bit isolated or alone, or you could be in a place where, money is a little tight and you're like dealing with the logistics of life, very root chakra focused. But this is all because you're on your way somewhere. You're on a journey somewhere, and it's to a more peaceful place. It's a part of you that you probably haven't accessed in a while, or have not had an audience to in a while. So what I'm seeing here is a lot of healing. For some of you guys, you might want to get like a little tattoo. It could just be something that you've been thinking about, like, I would get a little tattoo. It's like, go with that. That actually is a version of you tapping into your softness. A lot of people you hear in the collective might say, oh, soft era, and I say it too. I don't, you know what I mean? But softness and gentleness and feminine energy, regardless of your gender, is not about literally, having fluffy, soft things around you or smiling all the time. It's about your receptivity to what is authentically aligned for you. And I'm going to say that again, and I don't know if I'm going to say it the same way, but your feminine energy is more about your receptivity to receive what is naturally aligned with you, authentic to you. So if that's a tattoo, that's a tattoo. If that is getting on Tinder, that's getting on Tinder. If that is being by yourself in nature, that's being by yourself in nature. But these are ways that you allow abundance in. These are how you connect to the universe. These are your forms of prayer. If this is expressing your sexuality and it's into dominatrix and it's into some kinky stuff, that's your truth. This group, I want you to own your truth. Your authenticity is going to blast open an aura. It's going to blast open a ray of sunshine. It's going to blast open just so many blessings that are authentic to you. So I'm not going to go too deep into what they are, but there's a lot of sexual freedom here. There's a lot of freedom of speech. There's a lot of freedom in expression of culture. There's just, even from how you dress to how you like express yourself, and it's like, if you have struggled with your sexuality at all, whether you were taken advantage of, whether this is your sexual preference or anything around it, own yo shit, group 2. Own it, walk in it, bask in it, whatever your size, whatever your preference, whatever. And even if a lot of your preferences are as a result of some trauma that you went through, don't shame yourself. Embrace where you are now. Embrace what you like. Because there's going to be a season of just calm. You're going to feel like you're sleeping in and you're having time and you're in that place. That's everything aligned with your finances and everything, where you're in that place. Some of you guys could be manifesting a trip, and it could be somewhere local. It doesn't have to be even far, but I'm seeing a peaceful winter, regardless of when you're seeing this. And the winter could be literal, or the winter could be a season in your life that maybe you're alone and you might be feeling like the bed is so cold, but at the same time you are feeling like you're managing it so much better. It's because you're coming out of a cycle. So all of these readings are focused, all these groups are focused on the self, because because empaths need to do that. Hey, group 3. If you chose this is group 3, and I don't remember the name of this crystal, but if you do know, please comment below. But it has to deal with personal empowerment and the sacral chakra, I believe, which is all about owning that inner child essence about you and owning your pleasure center. And for my empaths, you guys are beautiful. Like, if you chose group 3, I just have to say you're beautiful. I don't even know what you look like, but I can tell, like, you guys probably get compliments all the time. And if you don't, you're blocking them, because you guys are freaking gorgeous. There's something about you that radiates from within that's just like, oh my gosh. If I was reading energy, like for someone who was like asking about you, I would be like, damn, they look good. And their money long, money about to be long, money strong. Like, you eating your fruits and vegetables, honey. What's that song on that went viral? It was like, it's true that I'm a bad bitch. Cause I eat my rice and cabbage, something like that. That's this energy right here. Virgo energy strong. And the funny thing is, people don't think that Virgos is some freaks. Now, I know this is not a X-rated reading or anything like that, because I do have a coffee page where I post more raunchy videos and like more in-depth like sexual and relationship readings. But this right here, it's like, Virgos is some freaks, okay? Challenge me. And I'm also picking up Taurus, because Virgo rules over health and wellness. And when you're in alignment, and Virgos that are in alignment, depending on your placements, it could be a Virgo Venus or a Gemini Venus I'm picking up, or even a Taurus Moon or a Taurus Venus, there's an energy of health. Virgo rules over the 6th house, which deals with health. And here we have make a meal. So some of you guys could have really cute tattoos I'm picking up too, and have your nails done. Just be like super baddie and just like super just your body and like so in tune. And what I'm seeing here is, if anything that I'm saying doesn't resonate as a current reality, this is the energy that's available to you. And these are the things to do to climb and jump on that gravy train, okay? Like this group just has me like, I'm so glad it's last, because the energy is so beautiful. And like your aura is just like emitting out so strongly, and there's a focus on your body right now. There's a call to fall in love with yourself a little bit. Like, you guys are the true embodiment of that Queen of Cups energy. Although we have the Queen of Pentacles, because maybe you don't come off that way to people on the, like, people may not know from just looking at you how much self-love there is here. And this is not about just waking up and being like, I love my hair, but this is a type of energy where it's like, when you do your hair, your crown is popping, your crown chakra, and you just like, I think I'm gonna go to this coffee shop, I think I'm gonna go to this farmer's market. And it's like, maybe you meet the most amazing people, maybe you run into somebody. Now I'm getting off topic, but there's a huge emphasis on health. The healthier you are in the 3D, with like eating your vegetables and cooking, like avocados, tomatoes, broccoli, like implementing fruit. I'm seeing vegetables specifically, but implementing healthy foods into your diet is going to start radiating out of your feminine energy. You're going to start attracting things. For some of you, you're going to attract the body that you've always wanted. Like, and this is gonna, it's like, it's gonna be the easiest thing you've done, because you've attracted it from being in alignment. So you're going to naturally maybe find like a picture on Instagram of something that looks really cute, or someone that you admire, and they're like rocking, you know, they're cooking, and you're like, oh, I could cook that. Like, she's, you know, I could cook that. I really like how they put that together. And you're gonna heal your body through food. I don't know why that's coming up. And there's a lot of good omens here. So the divine is saying, look out for the signs. You might be like at the gym and you see 333, or you might be like checking your phone and it's like 444. Note that, pay attention to that. What numbers are they? Are they like 222? Or are they like 777? They all have different frequencies. Here we have 7 energy, we have 5 energy, and we have 11 energy. So those might be some things that you're seeing, but what I'm seeing here, you see how the butterfly is, she's like a fairy and it's reflecting. Now this is the Hermit card in this deck. But I'm hearing like you guys have done your shadow work and you guys are about to attract a glow up. So if you are kind of removed right now from people and people are tugging on your energy, like as an empath, Let them knock. Let them knock. But you ain't home, honey. You ain't home. If it don't have to do with the money, okay? Because with the Queen of Pentacles, I know I haven't lifted any of the cards up, but with the Queen of Pentacles, this is a masculine focus on money and a masculine focus on inner reflection, because the fairy is being reflected in the water. Whenever we're dealing with reflection, we're dealing with as above, so below. So the foods that you're literally eating are going to affect your aura. You see how that is? It's the duality. You guys are my duality group. So I see that you're really focusing on, whether you're conscious of it or not, there's a very big emphasis on your feminine and your masculine energies working in tandem. So it's like owning your power with your finances, whether that's business, your finances are going to grow. It's like I'm seeing growth. There's hair growth, lots of hair growth, hair transformation here. I'm seeing healthy hair. You might be like putting natural, for some of you might need to put natural ingredients in your hair. Like for me personally, with my natural hair, I put like coconut oil in my hair, and I put olive oil, and I started on this journey where I'm like eating for my hair as well. That's just a message. But we have the Queen of Coins that represents growth, and we have Nourish Your Temple, which represents growth, and she's got all this green energy here. Look at that. Just so beautiful, so radiant. And this is genderless. This is genderless. And for some of you, this could represent Mother Earth, just getting connected to Mother Earth, getting connected to what you're eating, what you're consuming, and it's all going to reflect back to you internally. And if you're doing the inner work, I'm definitely seeing finances grow as well as your confidence grows. So right now, if you're in a hermit mode, like during your hermit mode, you're being encouraged to, like, you know, connect with Mother Nature in whatever way is authentic to you. I'm seeing flowers, like adding flowers or vines in your home. Maybe name your flowers. I do that personally. Or name your vines, name your plants, and get connected to them and watch how that affects other areas of your life. And also, one of the other groups, tattoos, came up. So if you've been thinking about getting some spiritual tattoos or just some tattoos in general, maybe you can make a mood board, or you can make that a priority, because I think it's going to help you feel good, just like physically. And when you feel good about yourself, or when you feel good about your hair or how you dress, or even I'm feeling like this group is going to feel really good naked. And that's just a message for someone. Feeling really good naked is less than a sexual thing. It's a reflection of what you're doing internally as well, because some people can actually look really good by society standards naked, but they feel terrible inside, and that's not what we're doing here, boo-boo. No. We are taking ownership, and it's like you might have an unconventional way of owning your masculine energy, which all that means is how you take action. So if you take action in ways that people question and they're like, I don't know about that. Well, I wouldn't do it that way. Or are you sure? Ignore it and focus inward. All of these groups, all of this is the last group. So all of these groups have been inward focused for my empaths, because when we're empaths and people who give a lot, what I realize is that we have to be mindful of ourselves first. And this is how you show up for yourself. I'm definitely seeing strong boundaries have already been in place, and you're really comfortable with them. And if you've already established boundaries, just go back to the basics. There's nothing new that you need to implement. And it's like, even this knife is standing out to me with this make a meal. Maybe you need to set boundaries around mealtime. So maybe it's like when you're eating, you don't take phone calls when you're cooking. Or if you have a spouse or someone, that you eat the way that you want to eat. So if that's like not in front of the TV, or if that's in front of the TV, who am I to tell you what's your vibration? It's just you. So that's just another message I'm picking up. And there's a lot of womb healing. For some of you guys, there might be there might have been concerns with physical healing. I'm picking up uterus, stomach issues, anything like that, neck or joints. If there has been any issues going on physically, don't forget that everything is reflected twice. So if there's a physical issue, it's connected to an emotional issue. And that's where the healing is. So don't just heal the topical issue of like, yeah, work out, yeah, eat good. Heal the energy underneath it. And if for some of you guys, you're feeling emotional pain, but physically you're feeling fine, just remember, everything is connected in this universe. That's why I was told, like when I was shuffling for your deck or laying the cards out, I laid them 2 and 2 for masculine and feminine. And the divine told me that because you guys are working on duality. And so there's a softness, but there's boundaries. There's inner healing, but there's external healing. You know, there's external healing and feeling good naked, but it's feeling good naked without even seeing the visual. It's the duality. So although you might be confident, or maybe you once were more confident, it's not about you arrived at confidence. Confidence is an inward job. It's something that we continuously do. Like we shower. We don't just shower once and be like, okay, I'm done. No, this is a beautiful thing. So give yourself credit, group 3, celebrate yourself, and know that as above, so below.